Hello, I'm going fucking insane right now. Um, I actually need your guys' help because I don't understand why this is fucking happening. Um, so for some reason on my MacBook, when I am saving as, it's no longer saving it as a new uh, fucking folder. It's only saving the ALS. So it's not letting me collect all and save and like bounce project files at all, because it's just not saving as folders for no reason. I have changed nothing in settings. I have done nothing. Like there's no reason why it wouldn't be saving as a folder, and all of a sudden, um, it's saving as ALSs. So if anyone has any ideas, um, like when you save as an Ableton and there's like a little bracket and it'll like have the folder project, it's only doing it to desktop. Even when I'm making my own folder, it's still setting it as desktop and ignoring that folder. Um, and I want to like literally, yeah, I made a new folder. It didn't work, and I want to throw my fucking computer out the window. It's infuriating. Stems appended, please save as folder setting. So, no, it did not update. My solution to this, well, basically, because I wanted to work on this project I'm working on my MacBook on my PC, so I just literally stemmed at every single. I had to update software and then resave as new file. Did I Google it? No, but I Google. This is such a specific problem. Google will not have the answer. I asked a few people who might know, and they all told me the same thing. I already knew. That's actually not a terrible idea. Squanto said try restarting my PC, so I actually might just do that real quick. Oh man, this is fucking infuriating. Let's try restart my MacBook. In the meantime, I've gotten it over here, but like I kind of lost fucking the whole point of everything to show you guys what I did because they're all bounced to audio now. I guess I could just show you like, what it's like to work with stems. Man, that like literally, fuck today. There's just days where, and I'm pretty agnostic, but there's days where God's like, hey dude, fuck you. And today's kind of one of those days where it's just like shitting over and over again. Okay, so you go through and like delete obviously all the space that's not used in these waves. Just like for like organizational purposes, so you can like get a good sense of what's going on, because otherwise it's just gonna look like a bunch of bricks. Kind of want to be able to see where stuff is. Cool, computer restarting. I'm gonna try it again. I don't know why. I really don't know why. And this happened, I didn't even notice this happened on the last project I was working on too. Thank you guys. This is the worst and most annoying thing ever. What the fuck? Way higher video data rate but same audio. Oh my god. Literally everything is going wrong today. Big up. Fucking everyone who came through. I'm trying to fix my goddamn computer right now. The gang ruins everything. That's facts. These are all too fucking narrow. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna regroup everything as well. I guess today's tutorial can be like how to organize your project file when it's absolutely fucked. This isn't by no means absolutely fucked, but just like a sense of how you want to organize your things. Ironically, they're not, the groups aren't going to need any processing because the groups already have all the processing on them, I think. And I'm probably going to keep the master project file on my MacBook anyway, so this project file doesn't actually matter what it sounds like. But I'd like to get it sounding correct. It definitely didn't when I played it back at first. Oh, man. What is this? Right. So I made a whip, and, this is taking so long. And, it was, like, pretty cool, but then I put the That's Not Me acapella over it, and it sounded lit. So, let's see.
No, that's not me. Call me a waste man, that's not me. Living like monkeys, that's not me. Them when I come to you, that's not me. No, that's not me. You need of a hand out, that's not me. I'm not putting my hand out, that's not me. No, that's not me. Like a waste man.
Alright, one of the things, yep, that's it right there. The fucking group for the drums, is it? Yep. Yep. That's the whole group right there. Yep. Okay, so you can go away. What's this?
No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me.
Motherfucker, I deleted you.
I
don't know if this is right. Something's not. The snare's not coming through at all. I might just need to re-sidechain everything. Yeah. As I have been explaining the whole time that I had to fucking bounce everything to audio, and I'm fucking pissed off about it. And it sounds fucking stupid. Like, why? Literally seething with rage. Why the fuck is the snare all the way over the fucking there? Cool, so I have to fucking redo the whole project, basically. Alright. This is fucking bullshit, but whatever. Alright, let's move all the drums to the top, because that's generally what I do. Collect all the drums. What's this? That's a hat. That's the ghost. That needs to go at the very top. No, motherfucker. Snare 1. Snare 2. Kick, which I hate on these monitors, by the way. It sounds fucking wrong. I don't understand why. Today fucking sucks. This is a solo song. I need to smoke weed immediately. Okay, ghost. On top. You there. You there. Other snare things that are happening. It's all just percussion layers. Hey, thank you for donating. I do sincerely appreciate. I said the other day, if you're mad at literally anything, just smoke weed and take a breath. I'm gonna do that very shortly. In the meantime, I'm going to be fucking furious, though.
No.
Alright. Vocals. These look like they're all the sweeps. What the fuck is this over here, motherfucker? Cool. Stabs. So I'm going through and organizing this whole thing by putting everything into groups. I would strongly recommend that when you are producing, you do the same thing. These are all the sweeps, and I'm going to process all of these groups accordingly, and I will show you what that means in a second. So we have some intro percussion, whereas these is a hi-hat loop I made myself, so I'm going to move that up to the main drums. I kind of generally separate, it's not even that grouping is overpowered, grouping is implied, it's a given. You should be doing it for sure, and if you're not, start doing it. Hold the fucking phone. I guess that's right. Although, it wasn't in here. I guess it was. Where's the amen break? Yep. Okay, so that actually was in the original project down here. I generally do different drums for the intro, so this will be intro drums. I'm sorry it's all bounced to audio, but, you know, rage. At least I have, like, the project file, like, on my computer. But the other thing that's fucking infuriating is when I do save live set as, bootleg, project, and I hit desktop, and hit save. It's still doing it as desktop. I don't understand why. Yeah, Alec, there's a stream tonight because I couldn't yesterday. I'm out of G Fuel. Oh, no. Everything sounds better with amen breaks. That's just a rule. I don't make them. What was that? Oh, that's this one. Okay. This is more intro drums. What's this? Some intro percussion. Big up for subscribing. Admire Plays Games. I can't even show you the sound design on this, which is fucking horseshit. Oh my god, and it exported wrong, so I'm gonna I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds. Truly. You know you're angry when you start exporting things like go absolutely fuck yourself. On desktop and save. And then we're gonna put this on Dropbox. Having two computers. Yep, I'm also Marge from The Simpsons. This is the funniest meme. The picture of the guy going like this in front of the gravestone. And it says 2020 music festivals, and they go, "Hey, big up." I can't save the rack. It's not the issue here. I need to make sure not to open Dropbox on the screen that I am hosting because there are things on there that are not announced. And now this isn't uploading. There we go. Rage, rage. Do not go gentle into that night. Rage, rage. Thank you, Josh Anderson, for gifting so many people subscriptions. That's pretty nice of you. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Are you fucking done uploading? Big up Gurf Music for subscribing. What happened? Everything just disappeared. There we go. Having a good time. Big up Josh Anderson for subscribing yourself as well. Okay, so I need to bring this over. Go absolutely fuck yourself. Dot wave. Show and file explorer. Bing bong. Cool. So, honestly, fuck it. I can just do this real quick because the main patches are super basic. Hey, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this thing real fast. Webcam stuff. No, webcam stuff. Big. Anyway, so this is like the most ratchet ass way of showing anyone anything, but I could not express how simple this serum patch is. Literally just this wavetable with nothing else on it. This shape, modulating the volume. Low pass filter opened up all the way, just being pushed to give it some saturation. Some widening business with this. Some loudening business with this, and some more loudening business with this, and stereo shaping. I mean, not stereo shaping, just sound designing with this low pass filter. This cutoff being where it is. More drive and fat being added. The cutoff is pretty low to, you know, rein it in. That's one of the patches. The other patch is also super basic. But so the idea here is it's like primarily highs and upper mids, and the like mid range and lower mid is not being accounted for. So, I made that layer, and I EQ'd it accordingly, sidechained it, automated some reverb, made it really mono. You can see with this utility, I have it on all the way mono, just so the high one is filling out the stereo space, the mid run is filling out the mono space. And again, a super crazy basic serum patch. It's just this fucking sawtooth wave with a low pass filter that's being pushed. What else is going on? Same thing, just the filter is lower down and it's being pushed a little bit harder. And then that's literally it. So it's actually a very, very simple patch. Next one down is turned off. That's the sub. Next patch is similar. Just like a different wavetable, but the same thing. And then this is the same thing, but with a different wavetable and convulsion reverb on it. I believe it's the same patch. Let's find out. Yeah, so it's like dumb, crazy, simple sound design. Like, this is by no means difficult. This is a very, very, very basic sound design song. So it actually kind of worked out in the sense that I don't need to show you guys Serum, because if you have any normal Serum abilities, it's not complicated, like, at all. Which is nice. I guess the specialness of this song is more arrangement. However, let's get back into it. So, continuing to organize these motherfucking asshole pieces of goddamn shit, trash, whatever the fuck. Sub, And then all of the bases are super, super simple, and it's very, very easy to look at because it's literally only these layers. I think the sidechain just... Oh, the sidechain did do. That's weird. What are these? And this sounds wrong. Sounds like it's like not in time. Great. Alright, so I have obviously an enormous amount of snare layers going on right now. This can go down here. This can go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drums all hitting at once. I don't fucking know. Happy belated birthday, Alec. And then this hi-hat pattern as well. I like hate this kick drum. Alright, first off, we need to fucking sidechain. This is how I sidechain. Put it on this group, which is the drop. And then on the sub, same thing. Intro drum. I mean, put it on fucking everything. So, the project file in Ableton is clipping by 30 dB. What is this? That cannot be right, and it's probably why it sounds so fucking bad, but... Let's listen to the whole thing.
No, that's not me. Can't be a waste man, that's not me. Even that mumsies, that's not me. Them with the clumsy, that's not me. No, that's not me. You need of a hand, that's not me. I'm not holding my hand, that's not me. No, that's not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sending girl, no, that's not me. Sending girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. I used to feel like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. Not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sending girl, no, that's not me. Sending girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. I used to feel like you, but dressing like a mess, no, no.
You are like, be on the wing. I was a stereo at the time. Must be after a strike. You are like, be on the wing.
So let's do this right for once. Let's actually mix this down correctly. I had the idea. Like, let's just like approach this the way you're actually supposed to approach it for the sake of showing you guys how you're like actually supposed to do it as opposed to how I do it. Just to see if we can get it to sound cleaner, which would be cool if we did. So these are like the main drums. Let's start by turning everything down a lot. So I'm literally just gonna go through like a 10. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Fuck. So this is the actual active. I'm gonna show you guys gain staging. You know what? I'm gonna do like real deal gain staging. So we're gonna bring everything down to negative infinity. We're gonna like start completely from scratch and bring everything up slowly. And we're gonna go through instrument by instrument and bring it up to where it sounds like it's balanced. And we're gonna do so giving ourselves a shitload of headroom so that once it's balanced, we can have a ton of space to then make it loud afterwards. Normally, I make it loud first and then figure out how to squeeze it all in. But for the sake of teaching you guys, and because this is not the project file that I'm going to use for the actual song, I want to just take a crack at a... So I'm turning the individual channels down. I'm not turning the groups down. But I want to take a crack at a... you know, let's just mix this down correctly for once, because I never do that ever. So we're going to go through and really do this the official way, how you really should do it. And I might redo the acapella as well. So anyway, alright. No sound at all at this point. Cool. So let's start with the kick drum, and let's turn this up. So. Ghost is turned all the way down and stays that way, but we're going to do this. We're going to turn this all the way up. Okay, so first the kick. So I hate that kick drum a lot, and I'm going to change it because it sounds flabby and terrible. And I know that I have better kick drums. Jesus. Let's turn this down. That's the kick I was using. Is that identical? That does not look identical, which is, I think, part of the reason why this does not sound as good. Yeah, that's not the same kick. So we're going to have to go through and replace all of them. Yeah! Doing managerial things. Okay, so turning this up. I want to hit, like, I don't know, -12 with it. Just do -12. I normally would do like -6 or something, but just for the sake of, this song is hideously loud. This is how one hits +8 LUFs on the master chain, the way I had it mixed before. Why would you want the kick and snare in MIDI? Only unstable people who you can't trust do their kicks and snares in MIDI. I have a personal vendetta against people who do kicks and snares in MIDI. Freaks me out. You can't see it. You can't see the curve. Well, okay. There isn't actually anything wrong with MIDI at all. And the reason why you'd want to do MIDI is so that you don't have to do it like, you don't have to replace them all individually. But I like doing it in MIDI because I want to be able to fucking see this. I want to be able to see the tail. I want to be able to see the transient. I want to be able to work with it. I want to, when I fade it, I want to be able to fucking do that, you know? Fuck MIDI. All my homies hate MIDI. The trade-off, yes, is that you have to do this now. But that won't take long at all. It really won't. Observe. Now that we're in the thick of this, I can literally just do this. Behold. Arg, okay. This song has 35 kick drums. Just kidding. And that one needs to be low pass, but I'll do that later. And that's fine, whatever. I did automate a low pass filter on this kick drum. So we are at -12 with this little piece of shit. Time for snares. Let's go like -12. So this motherfucker needs to be turned down. I'm actually not crazy about the lack of low end on this kick drum. To be totally honest, So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that. Oh. Oh! And then I'm gonna delete these. Okay. I lost the low pass kick, but whatever, I'll do it again. So this is the tail layer, obviously. That's one layer, and that's another layer. Truth be told, I probably should EQ this up a little bit more. It's a little bit too many lows for what the kick is doing. What's going on with the transient situation going on right now? So what we can probably do is something along the lines of this. I don't know why I did it that way. But, okay, so here's the thing. A rule of thumb is that you shouldn't have your transient overlapping like that. But in this instance, it just sounds fucking better. Like why I always say use your ears is because, like, follow the rules. But also, hold on. Fading disabled and automation. Oh, it worked. This is insane. Hell yeah, we're helping people. Okay. You're not really supposed to stack transients like this. It's considered wrong, but in this instance, I like how it sounds when they're stacked, as opposed to. It's got more oomph. Couldn't tell you why. It shouldn't have more oomph because there's overlapping things, and if you're looking at actually the phase is like super fucked up too. I'm right now, me adjusting the super close zoomed inness of this is me trying to actually work on the phase of the physical drum. So the phase is like whether they go up or, I mean, the phase is whether the individual harmonics are starting in the same place and are the same polarity. But in regards to polarity means it goes up or it goes down. And I want these to be both going up, so they're the same polarity, so they're not subtracting frequencies. And then here's another instance of phase being kind of an asshole, and why moving this over just a little bit so that you can get the phase right might pay off a little bit. It might not. I mean, the difference is unbelievably barely noticeable. That's one. That's two. I think that is just that much cleaner. I recommend you use utility to decrease the volume. Utility to decrease the volume of the sound source. I'll do what I want. You could use utility. It doesn't fucking matter at all. Like, real shit. The fun thing about production is that there's literally 10 trillion different ways. Oh, wow, I was working on the wrong fucking kick. I'm a giant idiot. Should be working on this one. There's a trillion different ways to do basically everything. And you don't actually fucking need to do it a certain way. It's really however you want. Oh no! Hey Grid, please do what I say. Thank you. So these are just like minor phase adjustments. I'm going very by the book right now. And I want to see if going by the book does indeed help a little bit. Alright, let's... I would like the snare before the drop to be a little bit more reserved. This is definitely overcompressed. See, this is why I prefer audio over MIDI for drums, because I can just do fade stuff like this. I mean, maybe it's just how I've taught myself to do it and like how I'm the most efficient. But I'm just a million times faster. And like that 10-second process of copying everything over wasn't the worst. Bro, it's so much snappier on my MacBook, it's ridiculous. And that's why. I'm leaving the Ghost a little bit unmuted in this case, just to fucking add transient content to the transient. Ozone is free right now. What? I don't fucking know. Anyway. That's definitely too much. You hear that? Oh, I'm a dumb idiot. It's because that's right there. I'm gonna layer another transient on top of the snare because I have literally no self-control whatsoever, and I hope that's okay with you guys. This would fall under the category of, hey, use your ears. I noticed that I like the snare more when I have this little extra oomph of a transient that was originally the Ghost note, and it's actually pulled from the kick, believe it or not. But when I just have this little bit of extra transient oomph, I think it sounds more snappy. Yeah. Already clipping by like a noticeable amount. Okay. So, who is slamming doors right now? Let's turn the main drums down by like 5. You can turn this down. I'm not sure I'm super crazy about the decay on this little breath thing. So let's wash it out with some reverb. That's better. But it's definitely too loud. Bing bong, bing 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 bing, bing 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 bing, bong, bing. Cool. Triangle too loud for sure, I'm now realizing. So what's funny is how much louder the snare is than the kick in this, but you know. Am I not crazy about this kick? Let's be honest. So I think the kick definitely sounds better turned up, and we were able to turn up because we turned this down. Still only with fucking 3 dB of headroom. Let's turn this down more. We are using our ears right now. We're doing okay. Oh, you can't see the headroom. I'm in the way. I'm sorry. You guys it's kind of an essential thing you need to see. Tone it down with the fucking kicks, alright, buddy? The way this kick is overlapping with this up end break, I'm not a fan of it. And we're gonna filter this to remedy that. Make sure that this is off once the main kick turns on, because even if it's open up all the way, it's doing a little something. You never know. So, like, I'm facing this whole fucking weird thing where it's like, I feel like the snare should actually be here. What's everyone saying? Yeah, thank you, Alec. Yeah, whatever. Alright. I got too stuck on that for sure. I am eliminating the low end out of these so the drums don't get in the way of each other. Still don't know if I'm honestly 100% sold on the kicks. What y'all doing? What's up? Just everyone reminder, so I'm going through right now and like mixing this down like how like if I went to school for it I would do it. I'm doing it the right way. I normally don't do that. For a combination of both laziness and a hope that if I do things intentionally wrong, I'll end up not sounding like anyone else. It's kind of the thought behind it. Start bringing these fucking basses in. What? Stop. This actually sounds like ridiculously clean, and I'm having, not really, but like a vague amount of existential crisis of like, should I have just been doing this right for like the past 5 years, maybe? Because it sounds clean. Clean as hell. That's strange. Why is there an amount of gain reduction that is remaining? That's not supposed to be the case at all. Hey, Mr. Gain Reduction. That's so strange. Even though there's no signal, it's still... And first off, ew, you can go away. That's peculiar. That's a peculiar happenstance. It's peculiar happening for sure. Let's go ahead. Will it still do it? Oh, that's double time. Hey now. I have to sneeze. Yeah. Yeah. Now. Don't sneak your volume up. Had an extra ghost note there for no reason, and it's fine because I deleted it. Okay. That was the group. I didn't realize it was doubled.
No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, nah, that's not me. Sex any girl, nah, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci and put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, nah, that's not me. That's not me. but no, that's not me. Can't be a waste man, that's not me. But no, that's not me. Can't be a waste man, that's not me. Living at mumsies, that's not me. Them when I clumsy, that's not me. No, that's not me. In need of a handout, that's not me. I'm not holding my hand out, that's not me. There's a dick kept in, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no. Holding my hand out, that's not me. There's a dick kept in, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no. Holding my hand out, that's not me. There's a dick kept in, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess. Holding my hand out, that's not me. There's a dick kept in, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Holding my hand out, that's not me. There's a dick kept in, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess. Holding my hand out, that's not me. There's a dick kept in, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no. True, I used to, that's not me. That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me.
I forget my mic is muted, but yes, it was muted to avoid feedbacking. Yes. I was talking to myself out loud, sorry. So, let's like A-B this to the version that I have actually saved in my Dropbox. And then let's turn it down dramatically. Ugh. Oh, wait, this is the project file. I'm a dumb idiot. Where doth be the wave? There it is. See what it sounds like. Hey, iTunes, be a person. Shut the fuck up! Oh my god, literally go away forever. Cool, thanks for being trash at everything, iTunes, and I hate your face. Shut up. Meanwhile, lol. I like it better blown out. I really do. I like it better not clean. I mean, it could be also because I faded these hi-hats. But so, this version is peaking at 30 plus dB. The difference, though, is the sub on this version is coming through a trillion times better. It's just I don't like the drums as much. No, Curtis, you're fine. Don't feel bad. So let's see. Let's turn up these snares. A-B some stuff. We can use a little bit more tail on this. I don't know if I want to honestly stretch it though. I'm like kind of hesitant to do that. I feel like it would fuck with the phase, and it might create some artifacts I don't want. That's too much. We're gonna give it a quick bath and some reverb. You know? It's not really punching through. That's too much.
Then when I come to you, that's not me. No, that's not me. In need of a handout, that's not me. I'm not holding my hand out, that's not me. There's a dickhead thing, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you,
I've been muted this whole time. Yep. I see it. So let me explain this master business right here. I did this on the last production stream, but I took out the low. So the first time I soft clip it, the lows aren't getting in the way of the soft clipping process. Therefore, the transients are more retained. And then I'm adding the low back in after the fact. And then I'm soft clipping it again for good measure. And then pushing it a little bit because I have so much headroom. And then another fab filter limiter, pushing it up another 4 dB because I just have a bunch of headroom. I gotta fucking do something with it. So, you know. Wow. Intro way super quiet compared to everything else. Let's fix that for sure. Are these the melodic? Where's the melodic bits? Is it this? Yeah. What's the intro sound like in the original version? Okay, MacBook. What? Jesus. So these drums are dumb quiet. Where are they? For anyone just joining, if you're curious as to why this is all audio, I was working on this on my MacBook, and I don't have a bunch of VSTs, and my MacBook is being a fucking asshole and not letting me collect all unsafe projects right now. I don't know why or how. It's gonna definitely need to be fixed, but didn't have time today, so I just fucking stemmed that shit over. And these are all stems. Yeah. The vocals are a super already famous song by Skepta. What yours just popped. Okay, so all of these motherfucking little shits looking good. I mean, the mixdown's actually sounding pretty solid. It's definitely going to be way quieter than what it was, but I mean, is that the worst thing ever? It's not. You just turn it up when you play it. I'm going to delete this. And because I have so much headroom, I want to do some things. What was I doing? Right, would this work? I'm gonna order food. Big up. Oh, what up? It's Odd Profit. Hello. Thank you for subscribing. This literally sounds like it has a stereo widener on it, even though it's not. Might just be the fucking monitors. No. I don't think I'd find a way to get that to fit. I really don't. But I might do something with this. So here's the thing, I want it to match the frequency of the actual fundamental. And that's looking like it's 40.5 hertz. Doesn't go that low. What would the frequency be an octave up? Still doesn't go that low. $164. Still doesn't go that low. Fuck this. There's no way to match the frequency to the fundamental. When it was at 360, it was creating a tone that was too low, and it was phasing out with the lower mids and the lows. And then when I did 720, the same thing. And then there's fucking, I gotta order food. It was, yeah, I had to go all the way up to 1080. Could do 1440 as well. Now I'm too high and I'm getting distracted. Alright, Sonia already ordered. What should I get, everybody? I'm gonna get Shake Shack. Should I get Shake Shack? Yeah, I'm getting Shake Shack. Bing bong, bing 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 bong, bing bong, bing 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 bong. I want a double. And yeah, I'd like bacon on it. No cherry pepper, please. Cool. Cool. Should I get an Oreo milkshake if they have one? Which they do. Fuck it. Bring me food, please. Thank you. Yeah! Thank you, Postmates. Tip Postmates people well. Gino's is the worst cheesesteak I've ever had. Yeah, correct. Of course it is. Gino's is trash. So is Pat's. You know. Ugh, I need to like do more on Twitter. Is what I'm looking at. I need to be more active and say more things. Or do I? I don't know. Okay. I don't like this hi-hat. Needs to be more washed out. I'm about to do something excessive and unnecessary, but whatever. My go-to cheesesteak in the area, it depends on what's available, but Oregon is good, Joe's is good. If I'm in South Philly, I'm going to Phillips or Jim's. Ishkabibbles is decent sometimes, but honestly not great depending on the cheese you get. But every time I order from Oregon and Joe's, it's generally on point. Pat's and Gino's is definitely trash. Damn. Justice for George Floyd, man. Fucking crazy what's going on. You guys have any questions or want to talk about anything in particularness? That's not a word. In particular, specifically, particular. Anything you guys want to talk about? Questions you would like answered? What's going on? Parallel compression is when you layer a second signal of something that is compressed next to an uncompressed version and balance those two signals. Generally, EQing the one signal you're layering in, so it's just a specific part of the frequency spectrum. I never use it. I think it's unnecessary. Operator tutorial I did last week. Let me see. How to do a quick Black Lives Matter tweet because they fucking do, and I'm tired of seeing this shit all the time. I don't like how I said that I'm tired of seeing it. I mean, it's important that we fucking see it. We need to know what's fucking going on. And justice needs to be fucking served, and the only way I'm not a fucking political expert, I don't want to go in on it, but I feel strongly about Black Lives fucking matter. And people need to be aware of what's going on. And people need to make an effort collectively. Today sucks, man. Ew, someone said all lives. Fuck off. Let me make sure I don't follow him. Cool, I don't. Like, obviously all lives matter. That's not what we're talking about here. There was some, I forget, there was something I saw that, like, broke down why it's, like, kind of fundamentally fucked up to reply with that. I don't know where exactly it is. How is Meek Mill tied into all of this? The only Meek Mill news I've heard recently was the mayor apparently he was pardoned from jail by a Philadelphia mayor, and within an hour he was on court watching Miami Heat. Which is like the single most badass thing I've ever heard. Meek Mill is like our city's champion. Literally. We parade him through the streets like, you did it. You're the best. We all love you. It's not up for debate. There's fucking one time I left my house and there was a block party going on my block. I left at like 3 in the afternoon. Dreams and Nightmares was blasting, obviously. I'm gone for like all day. I get back at 2 in the morning. The exact same scene was going on the block. There was grandma smoking blunts, playing poker on a fold-out table in the corner, and they were still blasting Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. That's just Philadelphia. Dreams and Nightmares remix? I don't know. I couldn't do it justice. What else do I do to this, man? Yeah, please don't do that. I won't. Ever after I got there super late and fucking left like immediately after. Waiting on food. I need to like plan what I'm gonna do on production streams more so. Put on Zappified on the master chain. All right, Alec. Yeah, it would make more sense here. Lamau. I mean, this is all, yeah, who am I, Brock? That's what Brock does. He does Zappified. Sorry to blow him up on like that. Start a song from scratch on stream. I did that. You guys want to hear the song I started from scratch last Tuesday? What it turned into? I don't have it in me to do that again, especially because we only have 30 minutes left. So this is what that turned into. Show y'all the URL.
Don't start this with me, Robbie. I can't. It's exactly in my juice.
So this is what I made. This is what I started last Tuesday and what it turned into.
I gave you $10,000 to make me a star.
That song is rocking.
What the hell, Robbie? Where's my airplane? At the radio tuned to that station you told me all weekend, and my song never came on.
Don't listen to him. He tricked me too.
He didn't trick me. I am a star. Nobody tricked me.
Hey, listen, Rob. I just got this new beat and it's totally in your cue zone, alright?
Don't start this with me, Robbie. I can't sing.
Guaranteed goddamn hit, alright? It's not exactly in my cue zone.
Let me think about it for a minute.
Oh, yeah. That song is rocking.
Probably good that I was muted. I was talking about more bullshit on Twitter. It's a shit show today. Trying to not get political. I'm so hungry. What up, Sultan? Oh, they are picking up my Shake Shack right now. I don't know what to fucking show you guys today. I've like. No, you're good. We got 30 minutes left. So today, we did like pretty much step by step, the process of like mixing down a song the way you should mix down a song. And other days, you guys have watched me make stuff from scratch. That is how I generally mix things down. But I think this actually sounds cleaner, ironically enough. I've done Serum step-by-step tutorials for sure, a lot of them. I did Operator last week. Anything you guys want me to show you specifically? Someone said something about parallel compression, and I think parallel compression is a hysterical topic because everyone's always talking about it, but I feel like it doesn't fucking do shit. I don't really use it at all. I've noticed you, Mr. Biggie. I need water, and there isn't any in here. I'm gonna cry. How to work Shaper in Ableton. Oh, Shaper. Gain staging is what we did today. I turned everything down to 0 and moved it up. I honestly don't really use Shaper. Let's take a look at it. The fun thing about... I know it's a distortion. Or, what do you mean, like digital shape? I know what you're talking about. Or I don't. Maybe that's not a thing. What are you talking about, sir? Phase plant? I'm not good enough at it to show you guys a tutorial on it. Full disclosure. I also don't have it on this computer. How do I layer my drums? Excessively. I mean, I really mixed these down a lot. Like, I turned them all down. But generally, the thought process, as with all layering, and whether it's drums or bass lines, is you want each layer to serve its own purpose, kind of. So, like, the kick is not actually layered. The kick is just strong enough. I made it in kick 2, and I was happy with the processing. But the snare, for example, we have this layer, which is kind of acting as the main fundamental. It's I've recently been working with Razor. I remember Razor. I used to use it, and I was like confused and got lost. But anyway, it was also like 5 years ago. But so this is like the main mid layer. I could probably turn the high end down, but I just like the way the high end is overlapping with the mid. I mean, with the other high end elements. Also keep in mind that a huge amount of this drum's frequency response is being fulfilled by the kick drum. So regular kick, made with kick 2 and OTT and post-processing, saturation, EQing, etc., and transient shaping. That's the kick with the clap. The clap layers are that for mid. I could probably EQ it up a little bit higher. Let's be honest. You don't want those mid frequencies to overlap with each other. I got an extra little transient layer that was added in way after the fact, solely because it just sounds better with it. I mean, like, realistically speaking, it already has 1, 2, 3 transients, and you're really only supposed to use 1. But, you know, trial and error, and I like how it sounds better with, I guess, 3 transients all on top of each other. But there was also an effort made with phasing. Actually... in terms of polarity, so this goes up, this goes up, this goes up, this goes up, and then there's this layer, which is like another mid layer / high end layer. That's also pretty wide, where this one's pretty mono. Yeah, it's pretty middle, and that one's really wide, so it's kind of filling them both out. They're actually different tones. That's better. I need to do that. I need to fix that. Something you should for real consider when layering drums is that they're the same key. Please do that. You don't have to, but it will sound cleaner if you do. Because when they're not in the same key, those frequencies aren't going to overlap as nice, and it will delete the frequencies that overlap in a not nice way. That already sounds better. And then we got this other layer. We got these two tail layers. That are also not in key. And now they are. These are transient deleted, punch deleted, just tails, just to fill out, you know, some high-end sparkle. I mean, the real high-end is taking place in the transient, and the, honestly, the kick has a lot of high-end. It's got a really strong click. But these also have a lot of high-end as well. It's really easy to over high-end your claps. Like, it's really easy, so you gotta be careful. I might boost the highs on this one a little bit. And that's how the drums are being layered. Oh, pick up my Shake Shack, please. Responding to vaguely racist people on Twitter. Really should not be replying to fucking that. It's like there's no point in replying to ignorance. There's too much of it. Just fucking promote not ignorance, whatever. Yeah. Layering drums. Lilycat, did that answer the drum question? It's a similar situation over here with the basses. How there's like a kind of like upper mid. What up, Sony? And then like a lower mid. and then a mono version. I mixed this down like the way you're actually supposed to, like to negative like 12 pretty much, and then pushed it, and it sounds like outrageously cleaner, which is pretty funny.
What'd you order?
Shake Shack.
Nice.
Yeah, do you think this sounds cleaner? The sub is coming through so much better. So like this is the file as it was for my MacBook. Versus what? This is so foreign to me. So like with the master chain turned off, it's negative 1.2. That hasn't been me in years.
Oh no.
What? You got cheese on your salad?
There's like cheese everywhere. This is like looks really bad.
I tweeted Black Lives Matter, and far too many people have replied with All Lives Matter, and I'm upset about it.
That's disgusting.
I'm like
If
really
you
upset
say
about
that,
it.
literally unfollow me.
I'm like really upset about it. I'm like making sure I don't follow them.
Why would you follow them?
I like follow a bunch of fans just like over the years,
I'm upset.
and like obviously not everyone agrees politically.
They covered my food in cheese. What do I do? And it's like cold now because the person took like 2 hours.
That sucks, dude. If you want any of my fries, you are obviously welcome.
Bro, it took like 2 hours and it's covered in cheese.
That's shitty. I'm sorry.
like really sad.
To quote Max,
This looks like not good.
this stream kind of sucks, you guys. I'm sorry. I haven't had like anything to talk about. Actually, that's not true. I like completely game staged this and like did the correct way of mixing down songs the way you fucking should. I just realized I forgot to carry over this transient booster boy to the other drums. So let's do that. This sub is noticeably cleaner. For sure. It's just definitely quieter. Can I push this more? Like, am I allowed to? Who is slamming doors? You hear that?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Flex.
You alright? Oh, it was upstairs to get it shut. I was like, who's slamming doors? Are we gonna fight? What's happening?
That door is so fucked now. You gotta see this. It's
I am Twitch streaming, but it's a cat. I would imagine there's not too many people here.
it's pretty serious.
It's serious?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What's it about?
Are you?
Me? Oh, I'm very well aware. Yeah, no.
What?
The guy with the $80,000.
What are you talking about?
The guy who owes someone else $80,000.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jesse.
Who's like ripping people off and is gonna get sued.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Sorry.
That dude's like been completely crazy, and we were like waiting for it to pop off, and then he's been it's a whole thing.
Logan, but
No, you
I
don't.
saw that. I just like that.
Sorry. No, it wasn't a fight. It was there's like this dude scamming people online. Who's about to like definitely get fucked for scamming people online.
This sucks. I'm too broke to order more food.
And so my roommate slash one of my good friends slash videographer slash C2H2 slash Chang was like, yo, you see this dude? He's ripping off your things. And I'm like, we know. Because we are not the only ones he's ripping off. I want to match the volume to this one. Alright, I'm gonna export this. I'm just like pushing it in ways, you know. No, it's not needed, Boneless Pig, but I do appreciate that. Oh, I'm sorry, Kyle. Yeah. It's because of the mic. I gotta mute it when I work on stuff and I forget. And then I forget to unmute it when I'm not working and start talking again. It's a problem. So, cool. Let's compare... So that's the super blown out version that's mixed to plus 30 dB with the drums that are plus 50 dB and everything else is 0 basically. And then this is the clean version that's correctly gain staged. And if I'm being real, I kind of like this one better still, which is probably the reason that I mix down the way the things that I do. But if there's anything I notice... I mean, we can just fucking turn everything up and see what happens. Drop 0. And then we're gonna have to turn the vocals up. Oh, that's why that happened. So let's try this. Just to like fucking compare shit. I gotta go get my Shake Shack. I'll be right back.
I'm so pissed.
Oh. Bro, Uber drivers have the craziest names. Yo, this sushi is old. Shake Shack. It's good as fuck. It really is, let me tell you. I enjoy it a lot. Oh no, they spilled draft root beer onto my milkshake that I got for... I really shouldn't have, because now I'm going to have extreme abdominal pain because I have crazy IBS. But who fucking cares? It's a milkshake, yeah!
So sad.
I'm sorry, Sony. Bro, this entire package is a puddle of root beer, but that's fine, because this is probably about to slap so hard.
Oh, I wish I got a Shake Shack. Look at this. Look how gross this looks.
That looks healthy. All healthy food looks the same to me.
What? I'm so disappointed that I spent money on this.
Snuck in there is Shake Shack special sauce.
I want Shake Shack. Can I have french fries? Ah!
Alright, well...
Don't tip it over. Can you suck it off?
Oh my god, that's so gross. I hate that. What is that? It's like cherry seltzer water.
Here's the sauce.
There was supposed to be sauce on the side, but alas, there is not.
I'm so sad.
Kill the noise! Kill the noise, kill the noise. Me and Sonia were listening to Kill the Noise Part 1 in the car the other day. And we were bonding over the fact that it's like the best song ever made.
Can I see your burger?
It's all cheese, bro. So for the Kill the Noise people who are just wondering, today we did game staging. I'm eating. I'm generally always eating on Twitch. But basically, earlier today this project file wasn't moving over, so I had to stem it to myself. The mixdown sounded super fucked up because the original project file was clipping by 30 dB. It's like a weird little bootleg I'm doing. I made a song and Skepta vocals sounded cool over it, so now it's a Skepta bootleg. Oh no. Very, very, very basic, simple project file to break it down, but there's my ghost note, all the way muted, all of my drums. It's a lot of layers on the snare. There's 3 transients at once on the snare, which is wrong, but I'm doing it anyway because I like how it sounds. I actually duplicated the ghost note and put it over the snare to add a little bit of extra transient oomph. Snare tails are right here. Not me to do that. I think I just unmuted. Yep. It's all grouped. I mean, they're all mostly processed from the other project file, so it doesn't really matter. Here's all the percussion. That just adds some nice little texture boys. What's crazy for me, and you actually can't see it because of my overlay, but all of the channels are like turned down, which normally is never the case for me, so this is a very weird experience, but I just wanted to try and game stage things proper. I do need an emote for when my mic is muted. That'll be the next emote we do. Yeah, man. Just a bunch of basically cashmere percussion. Here's the drums. Kick was made in Kick 2, and a lot of post-processing. Can I have these french fries back? Thank you. And OTT and just saturation. Let's see. Crazy. It's like literally just like a stock wave, not even a wave table. It's just single wave and like almost no processing at all. It's just being like OTT'd and saturated. Maybe FM'd a wee bit to a saw wave. I forget. But this synth is taking up a lot of upper mids and a lot of high frequencies, but not a lot of lower mids. So, made another patch. Which is like also a really obnoxiously simple serum patch. It's basically just a wave that's being low passed and saturated and pushed and OTT'd. And layering them together, this really fills out the lower mids. And then at the same time, to just push a little, get a little bit more presence, especially in the mid, I made a mono version and EQ'd it really aggressively and turned it down just to layer, excuse me, these all together. Meanwhile, the sub is hip hop sub that's being sidechained twice. Pushed a little bit more, sidechained again. I don't know why. So that's sidechained 3 times on the sub for no reason at all, but who cares? And then more erosion, even though there was erosion on the original one. And then it's louder than like everything else, so it actually comes through. And then Skepta.
No, that's not me.
So.
No, that's not me. Call me a waste man, that's not me. Living at mum's, that's not me. Then when I come to you, that's not me. No, that's not me. In need of a hand, that's not me. I'm not holding my hand, that's not me. There's a thing, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sexy girl, no, that's not me. Sending girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci and put it all in the bin, 'cause that's not me. I used to look like you, dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sending girl, no, that's not me. Sending girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, 'cause that's not me.
The feedback does not have a purpose. I forgot to turn my mic off.
No, that's not me. Call me a waste man, that's not me. Living at mum's, that's not me. Then when I come to you, that's not me. No, that's not me. In need of a hand, that's not me. I'm not holding my hand, that's not me. There's a dick kept in, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci and put it all in the bin, 'cause that's not me. I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. That's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, 'cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no.
Walk in the room, say what I like. See on the wing, that's not hype. I was a stereo without the type. Must be after a strike. Walk in the room, say what I like. See on the wing, that's not hype.
So, it's funny you guys are all saying loudness war, because this is probably pretty loud in the grand scheme of things. But it's funny because it's really fucking not. And you can't see it. Oh, you still can't see it. Hold on. Bing bong, bing 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 bong, bing bong. There we go. That's only by 4. My normal clipping situation is significantly higher than that. And this actually just makes it louder. I don't have insight on this computer, but I done exported this version, and I done exported the other version before we were so politely rated by Kill the Noise. Very cool. Thank you, Jake. That's pretty surreal, honestly. I've been a massive Kill the Noise fan for like ever. There's a lot of producers like being friends with where like it'll never not blow my mind that I'm just like friends with them because I've seen them like when I was a fan like years ago. Okay, so this is the version from my MacBook. And let's turn all the master stuff off. This is this version. So this is mixing correctly, doing proper gain staging, having headroom, being a good boy, you know, what they would teach you at production school. This is what happens when you say fuck the police and you mix to plus 30 dB.
Fuck the police going straight to underground.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, Sonia. There's one flaw, because I'm not kidding. It's plus 30. There isn't even a limiter. I'm exporting at plus 30, and it sounds like. It sounds pretty much identical to this one, just louder, but no sub. So right now, the issue is like, do I just go back into this project file and work on the sub and push it louder? Probably going to do that. Or do I somehow find a way to get this louder? The only way I would know how to get this one louder is by just mixing this project obscenely loud like I always do, which is what I did in this one. Yeah, this one doesn't have a limiter. Fuck police. Words. Fuck 12. Fuck the police. Fuck 12. There's no limiter. That being said, in the project file where I'm following the rules, there is. Here's the thing. You might get rectangle dynamics, but I'm actually, look, I am retaining dynamic range. I mean, yeah, there isn't much, you know, but if it was really fucking bad and like being really squashed, it would look like that, and you don't like that's the overcompression you want to avoid, or like that, like no dynamic range at all. But it's actually pretty well balanced if you look at it. You can see where the low end comes through. You can see where the high end comes through. You can see where there's moments of quiet. For being squashed by 30 dB, you can visually see the transients are snappy. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole major thing. And because the kicks and snares are so much louder than everything else, when you export it out and your DAW lops off that 30 dB because it's not going to go over 0, because your kicks and snares are so much louder than everything else, they still snap through with a transient. Even though 30 decibels of them have been lopped off, enough gets through that they still punch through good. And you can see that when you zoom in right here. And oh look, a really fucking sharp transient. Really sharp. Pretty good for clipping by 30 dB. So, yeah. No rectangle dynamics here, motherfucker. As I said.
Someone tried tweeting some racist shit on my tweet and then immediately deleted it.
Yo.
I tried to respond and they immediately deleted it. I was like, yeah, that's right.
Mute. Sorry. We're not talking shit. I was just spilling tea.
We were talking shit about all of you guys.
No.
Individually. Every single person in here.
I was spilling tea.
Someone said thank you for being an ally, and I don't know what that means.
An ally.
Oh. I was like, is that how you spell ally?
I haven't seen it. I wouldn't know. Alright, we're over the 2 hour mark. You can't make eggs without cracking some eggs unless you boil them.
What?
Yeah, man. That's true. You can't make eggs without cracking eggs. Without cracking some eggs unless you boil, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna do a whirlwind. Tomorrow is feedback day. Ma'am, I wish I got this as loud enough as I wanted it to be, but it's not. I mean, can I just push it further? Would that be allowed? Can I do that? But I'd wanna raise individual components. That one just hits harder as hell. Like, it just hits harder. So what I need to do is I just need to go back into the actually functioning project file and just turn the sub up. And if it starts clipping, turn other things down. Because that sub is not punching through the way I want it to. But I'm glad I did this clean. There are more planes in the ocean than tanks in the sky. Well, yeah. There's tanks in the sky. I would think there's more everything than there are tanks in the sky, as tanks in the sky don't exist. Alright. Today's kendama is an analog orange thing. And I'm gonna do this sitting down. Alright. No, I'm not. It has not been taking as long to get my Twitch daily whirlwind.
You're my Twitch daily whirlwind.
These days. You're my Twitch daily whirlwind.
Ooh.
I guess I'm just honed today. Was it? No. It was in camera. That was 100% in camera. I watched it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Gunslinger whirlwind? Oh! First try.
Damn.
He do be kinda honed, though. That was a first try Gunslinger whirlwind. In case anyone was curious. That's harder than a regular whirlwind, and it was first try. If anyone was wondering what snapped means, they're referring to that. I can't get a bird right now.
Snaps, Jesse.
I literally can't get a bird right now. I'm going to cry. Ugh. That, oh god, jeez. I missed the spike on a bird. Thank you. Ugh. Gunslinger bird. I've gotten one ever. Ugh. It's very hard. Lunars on this kendama are strange. Because the tama is smaller. You gotta feed Ellie soon. Ah! Upset. Thank you. Wow. Huh. Oh my god, I missed the spike on this lunar 3 times now. I have brought shame and dishonor to my family. Ugh.
The This guy who commented All Lives Matter on your post, his bio is free thinker.
Oh, man.
Oh, and then free thinker, dance monkey, non-prejudiced and unbiased. Okay. Sit down.
I mean, like, he might not have inherently bad intentions, but, like, he might just not realize that saying all lives matter is
so ignorant.
fundamentally racist. Because it's not that anyone is saying all lives don't matter, it's that right now we need to remind people that Black Lives Matter, because apparently a lot of people don't realize that. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Let's have a Twitch stream where we educate racists.
That's probably not a good idea. Anyway, oh, what up, Chassis? You caught me just in time to be leaving. Thank you for coming, everyone. I appreciate y'all. I have dog treats in my pocket.
Let's eat 'em.
Let's eat them. Just kidding. I'll listen to this one more time with y'all, and then I'll head out.
With the back, no, that's not me. Come here, waste man, that's not me. Living at mountains, that's not me. Them with the county, that's not me. No, that's not me. In need of a hand, that's not me. I'm not holding my hand, that's not me. There's a dick, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sending you, no, that's not me. Sending you, no, that's not me. I used to wear Gucci, put it all in the bin, 'cause that's not me. I used to look like you, dressing like a mess, no, that's not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sending you, no, that's not me. Sending you, no, that's not me. I used to wear LV, put it all in the bin, 'cause that's not me. I used to look like you, but dressing like a mess, no, no.
Be on the wing, that's not mine. I was a stereo at the time. Must be after a strike. Walking the room, stay alive. See on the wing, that's not mine.
God damn, dude, that version is cleaner. It's just not. This version is so fucking loud.
That's not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sending you, no, that's not me. Lip sending you, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci, I put it all in the bin, 'cause that's not me. I used to. Captain, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. Like a waste man, that's not me. Sending you, no, that's not me. Lip sending you, no, that's not me.
Am I allowed to just do this? I'm probably not. Well, let's look at something real quick. I wish I had fucking insight on this computer, dude. That would make this better. Yeah, I need insight to do this. Insight would be an Ozope metering plugin that tells you, it analyzes the fucking loudness, bro, in number form. And I could compare and contrast and dial them in. I have things that do that for me, I think, inherently. But actually, I should use G-Clip instead of limiting. What am I doing here? G-Clip, come through, my guy, and add some gain, why don't you? Let's see if we can get this sounding identical but cleaner. So like a mess, no, that's not me. Meanwhile, yeah, there's no, I'm not gonna get it to sound the same. I gotta just push the sub on the MacBook version. Anyway, thank you for coming, guys. I appreciate y'all. how that track is plus 30 dB over 0. Yeah, this is 30 dB over 0 with no limiter, and it sounds like this right now. The only thing I want to change about it is getting the sub to come through. But yeah. Cool. Alright, see you guys. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow for demo list and feedback. Start sending them at midnight, and then I'll check from there. I'll start from, you know. Cool. Big ups. Love you guys. Stay safe. Drink water, brush your teeth, wash your hands, wear a face mask if you're going outside. Also, please don't go outside unless you need to go outside, because I want to go play dubstep shows again. And so does everyone else. And people want to go to see the dubstep shows. So, stay the fuck inside. Anyway, love y'all.